Our story starts out with a lady named Sukai holding a bottle of tea and reading a note attached to it which read, "Good work today. Let's keep working hard this afternoon from Karemura." A guy named Karemura called out to her and tried talking about next week's meeting. And looking at him, she asked him about the bottle of tea she saw on her table. He replied saying he went to a vending machine, and even though he didn't think it was possible, he somehow ended up getting a free bottle. Sukai didn't really know what to say, so she just kept on looking intently at the bottle, which made Karemura anxious, so he asked her if she didn't want it. While she was a little flustered, she replied, thanking him for it. He was then called over by his colleague who wanted his help with something, so he left. As Sukai sat down, she looked at the note once more before drinking the tea. She later sent a drink to him and attached her own little note telling him good luck and thanking him for the tea. And from then, their exchange of gifts somehow became a tradition between the two of them. On different occasions, they exchanged different gifts, with the notes sometimes recommending snacks, some asking for Blu-ray recommendations, and some simply asking to hang out. And with time, Sukai started looking forward to the letters, and she also began developing feelings for Karemura. Around the end of the year, they sat together in the office, working together. Sukai, while eating a candy stick, asked Karemura if he had any plans for the end of the year, like going to visit his family and such. He answered, saying his family only makes him go visit them during holidays. Then he asked about her. She said her family's the same, and sometimes giving gifts is like paying taxes. And he laughed, saying it wasn't easy. Breaking her candy stick and blushing, Sukai asked Karemura if he was going to spend his Christmas with a girl. Leaning on his chair and sighing, he said he would be spending Christmas alone. Excited, Sukai smiled and tried to shoot her shot, but Karemura said he had a girl he wanted to go see on Christmas. And Sukai's expression straight up froze. Karemura took out his phone and tried showing her the picture of the girl he would be with, and she just sighed. Looking at the picture, she saw a kid. Karemura explained that she's his 3-year-old niece, whom he would be spending his Christmas with. He further said that her parents were holding a Christmas party, so he would attend and give them some gifts. And well, Sukai was straight up dejected. She chugged her drink, stretched, and asked him to spend Christmas Eve with her, which confused him. She stood up, put her can on his forehead, and while smiling, she told him that it would be his punishment. She waved him goodbye and asked to meet on December 24th. He was still confused, but he met up with her nonetheless. And on that day, a divine beauty graced his eyes. She looked far different from how she did at the office, and all he could do was stare. Noticing his stare, Sukai asked him if something was wrong. Karemura apologized and said that she looked too breathtaking, to the point he almost forgot to breathe. She blushed before wrapping her arm around his. While looking at the beauty beside him, he felt that since a girl asked to go on a date with her on Christmas Eve, it was only natural for her to be so breathtaking. And so their date began, they went sightseeing, and also had a meal. After everything, they ended up at a hotel. Sukai apologized for drinking too much, and Karemura asked her not to worry about it, while handing her some water. She grinned and laughed. When he looked at her, she apologized. She said it's been a while since she's had so much fun, so she's feeling a little too lively. Karemura said it was the same with him, and they both chuckled. Sukai clenched her fist and then she went closer to Karemura and held his hand, making them both blush. Then she leaned against him and asked if he would like to do something fun with her. Although she brought it up, she started getting nervous, so she held on to her nerves and took it off. Upon seeing the medici, Karemura was in a daze. He just stayed there staring at it. So Sukai had to ask him to stop staring at it too much, and rubbing the back of his head, he told her that that's the most normal thing to do. He went closer, and they kissed. And then they did it. After the deed back at the office, Sukai was busy eating her candy stick when her colleague walked up to her and handed her some materials for tomorrow's meeting, as well as a drink sent over by Karemura. Seeing the suspicious grin on her face, Sukai asked her colleague why she was smiling like that, but she didn't answer and just kept on smiling before she left. After she left, Sukai looked at the drink and saw that there was a note written on it from Karemura, which said he would be the one to invite her for their next date. And while drinking it, she jokingly called him a jerk. The title or sauce is Kikeki.